Guys, well, I was supposed to go live today at 2 p.m. Austria time. I postponed it to 3 p.m. But then I finished what I was doing earlier before 3 p.m. So I decided to to go live now. So where are my people? Join me. This is why I don't like, making appointments, because some things may come in between, may disrupt the appointment. That is why I don't normally make appointments when I'm gonna go live. You know what I mean now? So this beautiful Saturday afternoon, we are going to discuss spirituality. That is where the land you dwell on. Shante, I see you. The land you dwell on, So, Shante, good day to you. So these are, this topic and many other topics are what we are going to look at this afternoon. So, Patrick Martins is in the building. Patrick, long time. Long time. I've not, since you're busy making your money. Well, I wish you well. So guys, how is everybody doing? Where are my homies at? If you are free, join me, let's go. So if you are free, you join me. God's last born is in the building. God's last born is in the building. My people are falling in on TikTok big time, waiting for people to join me on Facebook and YouTube. Then we get the party started. God's last born, I appreciate you for that gift. Thank you so much. So guys, how is everybody doing? Maybe, man, it has been raining in Vienna since 3 days now. Nick Moore, I'm doing great, I'm doing good. Only the weather in Vienna is, well, everywhere is quiet. People are at home. Nobody on the street. The weather wouldn't even allow you to go outside and do shopping. Everybody is home. Winter depression is approaching. Jasmine, some call it Jasmine. Jasmine, how you doing? Jasmine, how you doing? Good to see you. So the weather now, since 3 days, it has been raining non-stop in Vienna. You know, that's cold wind. That is the wind that comes with it, man. You can't even go outside. You can't even go outside. Are you not hearing the sound of the rain splashing on my window? Are you not hearing it? Somebody asked, Jasmine said, is it easy to visit Australia from Europe? Jasmine, I don't live in Australia. A lot of people mistake Austria for Australia. I live in Austria, Europe. I don't live in Australia. I live in Vienna, the capital city of Austria. Many people thought Austria is Australia. Sylvester Obianke, good to see you here. Jasmine, don't be, you did no wrong. Yes, Austria shares border with Germany, Italy, Hungary, Switzerland, and many other countries, Slovenia and things like that. Prince, I see you. Prince, I see you. So, Kana Österreich, genau, ich wohne in Wien. Ich wohne in Wien wohne ich. So, Jasmine, you've been in Austria. We are in Vienna, Schwechat Airport. Next time you are in Vienna, you hit me up and I'll be there. I'll be there too. We drink one or two. T always, greetings to you. Good to have you in the building. Nick Moore, your aunt lives in Vienna. That your aunt must know me. I'm the most, popular man in Vienna as at the moment. The most, I have no rival. The most popular African man in Vienna. I have no rival. Courtesy of social media. Guys, it's going to be an interesting afternoon today. So that your aunt must know me, must have, that's ask, everybody knows Uncle Roddy in Vienna. Anybody that doesn't or don't know me is a newcomer. So anybody that don't, Oga Sonny is in the building. Oga, good day to you. Happy Sunday to you. Good to see you here. So, well, guys, today we are going to discuss about, because a lot of people are joining on YouTube and on TikTok. Today, I'm waiting for more people to join us. As you join us, like and share. Today, we are going to discuss land you live in. Not every land you live in will favor you. Nick Moore asked me my hobby. My hobby is social media. Not every land you dwell in will favor you. Citron said he has a question. What's the question? Before we get the party started. What's the question before we get the party started? It's raining in Vienna, everything is cool. Nick Moore said he likes Vienna. You need information from me, then come inbox, because a lot of people that are sending me inbox messages are scammers. Many of them want to hack my accounts. And I cannot communicate with you if you do not have profile picture, verifiable profile picture. I cannot do things with some, you cannot call me, I don't answer calls. We can chat. If you want to communicate with me, you come in, boss, write me, we can chat at length. I have time if you are genuine. But if you come, well, it depends. When after broadcast now, I will allow people to come up and air their opinion. I just got started now, I just came online. When I'm done speaking, you can make a request, I'll bring you up. That's it. So guys, today, I told you, it's not everybody you are supposed to live with. It's not everybody is supposed to be your friend. It's not in every town, every country that you can live and flourish. It's not in every. So guys, well, if I tell you something, don't come here. I told you, if I am done broadcasting, you can make a request, I'll bring you up. And that should be enough. I've answered you. So, now guys, I dropped a video where I spoke about my son not buying what we sent him to buy at the supermarket the day he went to school and told us he was gonna, come back at 3 p.m. So I dropped a video saying on that day he did not do as we instructed him. He came back without buying that food stuffs. A lot of people, Stephen, I see you, a lot of people went under the comment section to start saying their opinion. You know, if you are a social media personality, you must understand that everybody has different opinion to issues about life. Now listen to me. Somebody said, a lot of people said I did not train my child very well. That was what somebody said. Somebody said there are people who were born in abroad, but they imbibed African culture and tradition. That many people that are many parents living in Europe did not train their children very well. Now listen to me. We all trained, nobody told you that his or her child is useless. To start with, nobody, William, I see you, nobody told you that his or her child is useless. Now listen. Somebody said, compared children living in abroad, children born and living in abroad, to the ones that were born in America, born in Europe, but sent back to Africa to go to school. These are two different things. Like, there are people, some African musicians that were born in US, who later became famous. Some people are saying they were born in America and yet they have that African mentality. You are wrong when you are thinking like that. Let me tell you now. Some parents had their children in abroad. Immediately after delivery, giving birth to these children, they quickly took their children back to Africa after they got the birth certificate or the citizenship, which took about a month or thereabouts to get. Now, again, there are so many rich African businessmen and women, actresses or actors, who have money, who have made money, and they want to give their children another nationality, foreign passports. Some of these, I see you, Las Vegas, some of these rich businessmen are not living in America or in Europe. They just wanted to give, or some politicians, they just wanted to give their children American passports or European passports or Canadian passports. These businessmen, politicians, or movie actors don't live in these countries. They went there just to go born their children in America and because in America and Canada, if you born a child there, that child gets automatic citizenship, even if you have no document. Whether you are asylum seeker, an illegal immigrant, or just you arrived in America or Canada with visiting visa. When you have a child in America or Canada, I know this one's for sure, that child gets automatic citizenship because that child was born in that country. So you see many parents, after giving birth to their children in these countries, they quickly take these children back to Africa, even when they have not reached 2 months. So these children now begin to, live and go to school, the nursery school in Africa. Now when they grow and tell you they were born in abroad, you say, okay, look at this child now. This child was born in abroad. That child, no, in this case, young man, I see you. In this case, this child was only born in abroad, but is a typical African child. Many of these children that were born in abroad and later taken back to Africa never lived there until they got to 18, 19, 20 years. So you cannot say that these children are Americans that is, they were born there, but they don't have that American mentality. So you cannot compare children that were born in abroad, taken to Africa, to children that were born in abroad and they have been living in abroad all the days of their life. Do you understand me? You cannot compare the two. So saying that we that are living in abroad have our children here, and you comparing children that have been living in abroad all the days of their life to the ones that we are taking to Africa, that comparison is wrong. It is totally wrong. So have it in mind. Hope I've explained it to anybody who cares to know. Now, guys, as you watch me, don't forget to like and follow. And I say Pharaoh. Pharaoh of Egypt. This one, don't forget to like and follow. So, guys, yesterday, that was yesterday, while I was running a live broadcast, somebody said I should encourage people. Kelechi Okoroma, I see you. I should encourage people to invest in Africa and relocate to Africa. I said, I cannot do that. And today I'm going to explain to you why I am not going to do that. I can encourage you to invest, but I cannot decide for you what to do. Yes, I can tell you the pros and cons of every action you take, but I cannot force you to do something that is against your way. Now, a lot of people watching me now, we are all living in different locations. We are all living in different countries. Why did we leave our countries? That's the number one question. Why did we leave our different countries? Listen to me. Why did we? There is nobody whose country is doing fine. There is nobody who is doing well in his country that will voluntarily leave his native land. Nobody. I keep telling all these foreigners, like some people from India, Eastern European countries, who say, if they come here and say, African people, why did you come here? They said, yeah. I said, you came here because your country is poor. You came here because of economic reasons. You came here to seek for greener pastures. Don't tell me your family is rich, that you have it comfortable in Africa, and you decided to relocate to come and face discrimination, racism, and walk like a jockey or donkey. Don't tell me that. You get it now. Now, many of us left our homeland to travel abroad. A lot of people that left their homeland to travel abroad came to abroad and made it big. Many people that left, 90% of people that left abroad to 80% that left their homeland to travel abroad, things changed for them. There are many of us, many people. I'm going to be real this afternoon. There are many people, if not that they traveled abroad, they would have been broke by now, and their family will not see light. Many families are doing well today because of because of guys that are living in abroad. Are you listening to me? Now, did you hear? Many guys never owned a bicycle in Africa. Don't even know the direction their lives were going before they left Africa. And as they came to Africa, before they left Africa, and as they traveled abroad, they started seeing light. Now, why do you think many people were not able to make it in the land of their birth? I'm speaking generally now. Why do you think many people were not able to make it in the land of their birth? There are many reasons why a lot of people we are not able to make it in the land of their birth. Many of it is spiritual. I'm going to take it bit by bit. Many of the reasons why a lot of people were not able to make it in Africa, in the land of their birth, is spiritual. Number one, who are you surrounded with? Number one. Number two, there is what we call ancestral causes, generational causes. People, this land you step on is a deity. People go make voodoo, juju. Listen to me. People go use your name, your first name, your family name, to go to juju houses, to go say, as far as you are stepping leg on this ground, as far as you are marching this ground, you will not make progress. So as long as, because they know you are not flying in the air, as far as you step your leg on that ground, things will continue to go south for you. This is why you see some people leave their village, go to the city, and begin to make and do well. This is why, let me tell you my own story. Because the best example I like to give is with my own story. When I reflect on my life, I say, God, thank you for directing me. Now listen to me attentively as you listen. You share this broadcast because a lot of people are going to benefit from it. See, there are people you are living with, maybe in the same yard, in the same compound, or people who are your friends that may be pulling you back spiritually. And these people may not know. Some may know. Children may not understand this. There are some people you are living, some best friends. They don't, it's not that they hate you. It's not that they, when you have a friend, and this friend you have, you are not making progress. First year, second year, third year. Do you know what to do? Keep away from that friend, no matter how deep the love is. When you have a friend and that friend is progressive and you are not progressive, keep away from that person. I'll tell you why. Some friends love you naturally. They may love you, but you are not spiritually compatible. You don't get it. Your energy and his energy doesn't match spiritually. The same thing applies to marrying a woman or a man. But that is not why I'm here. There are girlfriends, the girl may love you. This girl may love you very well. And she desires to be with you. But both of you are not spiritually compatible. And things may not be going well for you because of that girl. There are some men too. I'm talking that you as a man, maybe, that's why sometimes you see, you are in relationship with, man-to-man relationship, this is your best friend. You go out together. But you see that your friend doing well in life, buying cars, building houses. All what you do is to congratulate, clap. But your life is not shining. Nothing is working for you. Nothing is working for you. If you are staying in a line, in a business where you are not making progress, it has happened to me. You stay in a business, This line of business, you are not making progress. Every day you go to that market. After many years, nothing is happening for you. You've got to change. You've got to relocate. There could be forces against you that you may not know. Are you listening to me? This is why a lot of people know when to re-strategize. This life is too spiritual. Know when to say, these Egyptians I'm seeing today, I shall see them no more. If you don't, or maybe nature failed to move you away from certain group of people, you may not witness progress in your life. This is why you see some people live in a city. All the days of their life, they live in that city and they died in that city without making progress. They built no houses, their businesses collapsed. Some of your woes were caused by friends, family members, people you met along the way that worked on you spiritually. The rain is popping heavy in Vienna. Some of your problems may be caused by the people you live in the same yard with. The people you call your friends, your business colleagues, are the ones working on you spiritually you may not know. Let's go deeper. So now, you discover that all along, you see yourself, man, you are very brilliant. I know I'm a very intelligent man. I know I'm a very intelligent man. I know I have business acumen. I'm business wise. Very sharp young man. But since we are not working well for me in Africa, if I put hand here, the thing will crash. I tried this one, the thing will crash. You look at people who did not go to school, who are not smarter than you, they are making progress, and you're not making progress. It is not ordinary. There are forces behind it. Either somebody is working on you spiritually, or you are living in the wrong country or wrong city. People do work on people spiritually. Things were so tough for me that some days I don't eat. Listen to me. Things were so tough for me then in Africa that there were days I went hungry. Go to markets, you cannot sell. At a time, I became like a thing of mockery. Man, you need to be spiritual to survive. You need to be spiritual to survive. At a time, I became like, my life was like almost messed up. Listen to me. Then, opportunity came for me to travel. Listen to this gist. Then, opportunity came for me to travel. All the friends, everybody that knew me, I left them behind. Family and everybody, I left them behind. I went on my own. That's why I tell you there are some journeys in life you embark on your own without any escort. Nobody should escort you. Yes, some journey in life you travel alone. You don't need any company. That company, that person you may take along with you could be a hindrance. Go on your own. Your life, your destiny. Go, let your light shine. Let your light shine. Some people you take along with may dim your light. Cause bad luck. You don't know what you're talking. You never know. So listen. Things were tough. Then, I did not know what to do. I was a very young man. But that thing was spiritual. But I don't know, I was not able to, I did not go to any native doctor or anybody. Listen to this. The moment I lifted out of my native country, that land, the moment the aircraft flew up, my life changed. The moment the aircraft flew up, departed my native country, and as soon as I landed in another country, my life changed. Things began to open up instantly. Let me tell you something. When I moved, I did not tell it, nobody knew. When I moved, nobody knew. So, immediately, I left my native land. See, it was like, what do I call? Everything I laid my hand prospered. That obstacle, that bad luck, that hindrances stopped instantly. A month after I left my native land, things began to work for me. What does that tell you? Without you, I did not walk. See, I did not walk. I was getting favor upon favor. Sitting like this, and I was getting blessing. I did not go to work. Immediately I left in that, people volunteered. People began to help me. You see that enemies can tie your destiny, seize your favor. Enemies, bad people can tie your destiny, seize your favor. And you may be running around in circles. You don't know. This is why I usually, this is spiritual. This is why I usually tell people, I say, listen, if you discover, Jasmine said that is the grace of God Almighty. Yes, I can say grace for taking me out of enemy's camp. That's how to put it. A lot of people are living in enemy's camp. I'm telling you, until you escape from the hands of your enemies, that is when you witness progress. And when you escape, listen, wisdom is speaking here. When you escaped from your enemies, don't go back to your enemies. That is why they said the Egyptians are these enemies, these destiny hijackers. That is why they said in the Bible, they said the Egyptians you see today, you shall see them no more. That place you lived in, and things were not working for you. Those friends you surrounded yourself with, and things were not working for you. If you go back to them, you've returned back to Egypt. Listen to me. If you go back to them, you did yourself. These things now I'm telling you, nobody taught me that. Experience taught me that. Listen to me. There are people, when you leave them, they become history. Did you get me? There are people, when you depart from them, make them history. Don't go back. If you go back, you may not live to tell the story. If you go back, you may not live to tell the story. Let me tell you. You see, was this nephew of Abraham, Lot's wife. Let me give you an example. Lot's wife, when Sodom and Gomorrah was about to be destroyed, listen, let's go spiritual. I'm using it as an example. Lot's wife, when Sodom and Gomorrah was about to be destroyed, They were all instructed not to look back when fire and brimstone was falling on the city of Sodom and Gomorrah. They were warned, don't look back. Do you know what it means? It means don't look back. Don't go back to your past. Don't go back to your past. Don't look back. So, they were warned not to look back. Guess what? Lot's wife, as that brimstone was falling, she looked back. What happened to her? She turned to a pillar of salt because she destroyed herself by looking back, going back to her past, wanting to. Do you know what she did? She wants to find out what is happening to her past. You don't need to find out. The past is gone. You don't need to find out. Look, that. No, you don't need it. The past is a place of reference, not a place of residence. The past is gone. You don't need to. If you look back or go back, you turn to a pillar of salt. I'm telling you. If you look back, you turn to a pillar of salt. They know they go yesterday. It's just like traveling to yesterday. How do you, let me tell you now, let me use myself as an example. Be wise. How can you live in a country, in a state, all the time you lived, all the years you lived in that state, you had no progress. You had no money to pay your rent. You couldn't change your clothes. You couldn't eat. You suffered disappointment. Men disappointed you. Women disappointed you. Nothing was going on for you. All the time you had all these friends. All the time you had all these neighbors. All the time you were in that business. Nothing was going on for you. Eventually, you escaped. Yes, you escaped. You escaped from the hands of your enemies or harsh environments. You escaped and you begin to see light. You escaped, relocated to another country, and you began to see light. Started seeing money. You started having enough to eat. Started living like a human being. Raised a family. So you own a car now that you never dreamt of owning. You are now European citizen. You are now American citizen. People never expected that you are going to be great in life. Yes, people never expected. You are a wonder to people. And today, because you are fed, you are seeing dollars, pounds, sterling, euro. You want to go back to the past, where you are coming from. It's just like, hey, you want to go back to the past. Man, if they deal with you, they will finish you, pata pata. They will finish you, pata pata. Did you get me? If you say you want to go back to the past, if they catch you this time, if you escape, if they catch you this time, you will not escape. When they say suffer not a wish to live, you think it is a joke. When they say suffer not a wish, don't take. If they catch you now, the second time, this is gonna be, you escaped the first time. You took them unawares, you escaped. If you make mistake and go back, if you escape this one now, if you escape this one. So, we are talking about relocating to Africa. Relocating to Africa on the land you are living. I saw somebody said, don't discourage people from relocating to Africa from investing. Not every land favors you. Not every land you live in will favor you. If somebody is living in New Zealand and New Zealand is favoring that person should live there. If North Korea favors you, stay there. If that is where you became rich, wealthy, famous, and you became somebody in life, stay there. Why should I advise somebody to go to a land that did not favor the person? Go in the midst of people that are hunting for your life. Well, how can I encourage people to go in the midst of enemies? People who don't wish you well. Don't you know your reason for not making it that time was because you lived among people who did not wish you well. You lived among people who did not wish you well. Don't you know that at times one's meditations can be evil? The thoughts of human beings can be evil towards you, and it can affect you negatively. Somebody's thoughts can affect you negatively. They don't want to see you prosper in life. You don't know. See, there is a place you may live or you can be living. You become unavailable to the enemies. Did you hear me? There is a place you can be living in, maybe in America, in Austria, in Germany, in Sweden. You become unavailable to the enemies. They cannot get you. They cannot reach you. Their power no reach there. Yes, some juju or some dark forces functions when you are within reach. Let me tell you, experience is talking here. Some power, some power, is potent when you are within reach. It's not everywhere, it's not in every land you can prosper. There are some land you go to, you see lights. Let me give you a typical example. Let me give you a typical example. I read the Bible very well. You understand me? This message don't just come anyhow. This message doesn't come anyhow. Pick it, collect it, and do something. This inspiration don't come often. I'm not lying to you. Jesus Christ, when he was on earth, carrying out his mission on earth, there was a town he went to. Listen to me very well. There was a town Jesus went to, and in that town, he was unable to heal the sick. There was a town Jesus went, his power failed him. Either he wanted to heal a blind man, he had to take that blind man out of that town to heal him. You got it? There is a land you may be living with, you will not get healed. You will not have breakthrough until you move out of that land. If you don't move, if you are sick in that land, you may be sick there and die until you move out of that. I gave you now, go read your Bible. If I remember the name of that town, I tell you, Jesus' power was powerless in that town. He could not heal the sick in that town. Do you know the reason? He said because the people there are evil and their thoughts are not cool. Your Savior could not heal the sick in a particular town. It can't be you. Guys, as you watch me, follow this page. And also, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go to my YouTube channel at Uncle Roddy and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, if you're watching on Facebook, don't fail to follow me on Facebook, on TikTok, and on YouTube. That's the way we roll here. So, now, I know a lot of people watching me. Many are Christians, many are Muslims. That is to show you that there is a land you may be living in. You cannot have breakthrough. You cannot be healed. You cannot make money. See, this is why I'm talking spirituality here. This is why some people traveled to Japan and they died in Japan. Some people traveled to America. They did not return home alive. Some people traveled to Canada. They did not return back alive. Some land, if you're not spiritual, that land may chop your head. If you're not spiritual, that land, see, that's why don't listen to people who are carnal-minded, who knows nothing about spirituality. I told you guys I am a veteran of many spiritual warfare and spiritual warfares and physical warfare. I was there. I have been attacked severally spiritually. I overcame. I know they tell you lie. This is why not every, see, there are people, listen now, there are people who never traveled. They never left their town, their state, and they progressed in their states. They don't need to travel elsewhere. That state, that land of their birth favored them. To some people, you need to relocate if that land does not favor you. Yes. If you, instead of running around in circle, you see that you are getting older, the situation is becoming hopeless, make a move. Detach yourself. There is what is called evil eye. Monitoring mirror. Or monitoring spirit. There are evil eyes, there may be evil eyes on you. People, they do monitor people 24 hours. They monitor people. At times, these monitoring spirits, when good things, you know not, if you know how spirituality works, when good things are coming your way, they know. What they do is they stop it from reaching you. When good things are coming, you will struggle. When it is time to have a breakthrough, they cut it off because they are monitoring you. Big time. Evil eyes. Any evil eye that is monitoring us will turn blind. To turn blind. This is why when they talk about monitoring spirits, some people think it's a joke. Say, you think it's just, people are just saying for saying sake. Until you enter spiritual warfare, that is when you will know that it's not a joke. If you know how it works, one day I will make our time and tell you guys in detail. Because if you did not go, you will not know. The best person to tell you how it works is somebody who has gone through it, who experienced it. I experienced it. So let me tell you what. Man, I'm not seeing follow. I'm not seeing follow here. I'm not seeing. Let me tell you what. Can you close that door, please? Anywhere you are living and you are witnessing progress. Can't you guys see you? Anywhere you are living and you are witnessing progress, breakthrough in life, that land favors you. Stay in that land. Live in that land. Did you hear me? Any land you are favored, any land you are living in, and you are seeing favor, you have a job, things are working for you. Why should you leave that land and go to where things may not work for you? Who is giving you that advice? Who is the person giving you that advice? Some people, when I come here to talk, some people will say they are Christians, they are Muslims. Now let me tell you, if you go to your Bible, why then did God call Abraham out of the Ur of Chaldeans, his native land? Why then did you go and read your Bible? Why did God call Abraham out of the Ur of Chaldeans? Because the people there were evil, according to the Bible. Because the people of Ur of Chaldeans were evil. God called him out, and God did not ask Abraham. Listen to me very well. When Abraham was called out from the Ur of Chaldeans, he did not tell Abraham to go back. We are reading the Bible. I'm just taking example from. When Abraham was asked to leave his native land, was he asked to go back? Are you listening to me? Was Abraham asked to go back? So, why? And he was told that he was to go to a land that flows with milk and honey. A land that flows with milk and honey. How can you leave a land that is flowing with milk and honey, go to a dry land, a desert, where nothing, where the trees don't bear fruit? Think. How can you leave a land? Okay, now, don't you know that West is a land that flows with milk and honey? Do you think you need to see honey? You need to see honey and the milk before you know that where you are living is flowing with milk and honey? Compare where you are living to your native land, and you know that where you are living is the promised land. Some people have eyes, but they cannot see. The land you are living and you are progressing in that land is the promised land. See, some people read the Bible without comprehending the Bible or comprehension. Where is the promised land? That land you are living in. And everything is working for you. That is the promised land they spoke about in the Bible. You don't need any other promised land. The land that is flowing with milk and honey is that land that you are living in and you are progressive. That is the promised land. And you want to go back to a desert, to a dry land. Person they see road enter forest. Guys, follow this page. Follow this page. Now let's go further. If you want to go back, let me tell you how you're going to go back. You need to be spiritual. If you want to go back, let me tell you how you're going to go back. Depending on your choice, depending on what you want. When they were looking for, when the enemies, Egyptians were seeking the life of Moses, let's go there. When Egyptians were seeking the life of Moses, they wanted to unalive him. Listen, did you know why? Let me tell you if you don't know. Moses, according to the Bible, Moses saw where a Hebrew boy and Egyptian were fighting. Moses unalived the Egyptian boy, saved the Hebrew boy. So, few days after, that particular Hebrew boy that Moses saved was fighting with another Hebrew boy that That was two Hebrew boys fighting. Moses went to make peace. Moses went to these two Hebrew boys and said, why are you guys fighting? You are brothers. The one he saved in the hand of the Egyptian boy said, so you've come to unalive us the way you unalived the Egyptian boy. So Moses became afraid. That was when he knew that the news had spread that he unalived an Egyptian boy. So they began to search for Moses. Moses escaped Egypt, went to Midian, began to live there. Listen to this gist now. Now, after 40 years of Moses living in Midian, after 40 years of Moses living in Midian or thereabouts, one day while shepherding his flock at Mount Horeb, that was the story. I'm just giving you guys a gist now. According to the Bible, that was where he met God. God introduced himself to Moses. Listen. And told him, you've got to go to Pharaoh. Tell him to let my people go. So said thy Lord. God said this. Moses said, no, he wasn't going to go because they are looking for him. They are after his life. Listen to this gist. Moses said, no, I cannot go to Egypt because they are seeking for his life, the life of Moses. Listen. Then God said to Moses, don't be afraid. Go as I sent you. For those who were looking for your life are all dead. 40 years is a long time. So all the people that were looking for Moses to hurt, to honor life, they have all died. So when Moses complained to God that his enemies in Egypt would kill him if he should step his foot in Egypt, God said his enemies are all dead. Now he can go to Egypt. So Moses became reassured. So he went to Egypt and nobody was after him because his enemies are dead. You heard my story very well now. Now if you want to go to Africa, depending on how many years you've spent in abroad, by the time you will return back, your enemies will be dead. They will be dead. Those that are hunting for you will be dead. That is when you can go to Africa and have peace. If they are still alive and you are available, they will rekindle that juju. Unless you are unavailable. Did you get it? Moses returned to Egypt because his enemies, those seeking after his life, were all dead. You cannot go back to Egypt when your enemies are still looking out, searching for you, looking for you to harm. You don't go there. Some people may say, I can never run for in my father's house. I can. Why did they pin you there? Why were you not able to make progress while you were living there? While you were living there, why were you not able to make progress? They tied you. They tied you down. You were not able to make progress. You say you can never run. Do you know what you don't know is bigger than you? Do you know the powers they use? The only way to survive it is to make yourself unavailable. Suzanne, okay, that means you need to rewatch the thing on when I'm done speaking. I don't know why a lot of people did not get notification. You got it. You need, when I'm done broadcasting, you go to the YouTube or Facebook and rewatch the video. Then it is an interesting, it's an interesting program. Do you understand me? It is, see, as I always say it here, as we have light, so do we have darkness. As we have light, so do we have darkness. As we have males, so do we have female. As we have, that is sun and the moon. The sun and the moon. We have good spirits, we have evil spirits. There are good people, there are bad people. There are people, you think somebody who does not don't like you. You think your enemy 30 years ago, if he see you now, he say, I've forgiven you. Somebody who wanted to finish you up 25 years ago, 30 years ago, 40, you think if you return back successful, he will be clapping for you. Then examine your head. We need to examine your head. Anybody who has been fighting you, and because of that you escaped, you survived and ran away. If you go back to that person, even after 50 years, that person will still harm you. What you've got to do is to make yourself unavailable. Do you understand me? You make yourself unavailable. That's way you keep prospering. You got it now. That way you keep prospering. So guys, I want to thank everybody that joined this broadcast. This program is for the wise. This is food for the soul. This broadcast is food for the soul. Think about it. Did you hear me? Think about it. Don't fall into the trap of the enemy. Close that door. Do not fall into the trap of the enemy. You heard me. Dark Rock, if you came late, you can rewatch it on YouTube or on Facebook. The video is permanently there. It is an interesting program. Prince, good luck. I appreciate you. So with this, I want to end the broadcast so that I can come back later in the day. Well, I've spent an hour here. So go rewatch this broadcast on Facebook, on YouTube. So many things to learn. This life is deep. This is Saturday. Today is Saturday. I'm going to come back definitely later in the day. And when I come back, we continue. There are so many topics to look into, to address. We are going to see go spiritual. Yes. This life, they do hijack people's destiny. You see this life? Yes. If you're not careful, they will hijack your destiny. Some people will exchange your destiny. Take it, use it, use it for themselves. I'm not telling you a lie. If you're not careful, if you are a mugu, if you don't take time, they hijack your destiny. They do go look into, there are people who have power to go. Suzanne, I cannot give you my WhatsApp number, but you can always send me in. You can, Bolaji Cole, I appreciate you. Suzanne, you can always send me inbox messages on Facebook. If you send me a message, I will get it. I want to make it categorically clear that I'm not a pastor. I'm not an imam. I'm only here to tell people my experiences and guide people because I've been through a lot in life. And yes, that's why I'm sharing my story with people. I've been through a lot, and a lot of people are going through hell. Many people are fighting battles. They don't know how to come out. They don't know how to come out from their battles. Most of the spiritual battles you are fighting, some are generational, some are caused by human beings you met on the way. Some are caused by friends, people. There are so many reasons why you go through challenges, problems in life. Girlfriend, boyfriend, people you met, friends, people, a lot of reasons. If you know, if you don't go, if you've not been through it, you will not know. You will not know. If you send me a message, all I can do is I will give you advice, tell you how to navigate in life. I will tell you how to go about it. The best, I will give you my best advice. Finish. How I escaped. Jasmine said she has some questions. Okay, Jasmine, let's hear you. Okay. Maxine, Jasmine, make a request, I'll bring you up. Jasmine, make a request, I'll bring you up.
Yeah, so I wanted to know, when are you niggers leaving Europe? Because we don't want you black monkeys here. Can you tell me when you're leaving?
Did you see, what's the name of the guy? So, did you see the person? The person that is speaking, I don't need to take because of this person and give a wrong. Skinny, don't forget this person. This is a hateful soul. This is, some people are mentally sick. You don't need to respond to him. No, you don't respond to this person. Kelechi Okoroma, you don't. No, you don't respond to such person. I blocked the person already, you know. That's why I blocked the person already. He's talking about, look at the words he used. You see what I mean? So, this kind of person, you don't give him attention. He's gone, he's no longer here, he cannot be part of this broadcast. So, there are people you don't give attention to. That's why sometimes I don't bring people up to speak. So, Jasmine, let me hear from you now. Man, we move. Don't allow anybody to distract you. So, Jasmine, we are listening to you. So this person that said she wants the... Where is the person?
Do you hear me?
Hello?
Hello?
Hello, yeah?
Do you hear me?
Yeah, I'm listening to you.
Yes, when you speak about Jesus Christ, when the verse in the Bible chapter Mark chapter 6 verse 5 and 6, 5 to 6, you are speaking about Jesus that he couldn't do miracle. But I'd like to correct it because Jesus Christ, yes, he was in Nazareth, his own town, because he was preaching to the people. They had no faith. He was saying that any prophet that's not honored in his own country, in his own town, but he's honored in another city or in another place. He healed some people by putting his hand, but he couldn't do many miracles because of their faithfulness life. Not because Jesus had no power, but because of their faithfulness life. That is what I want to say. And the second thing is, a born-again Christian, no juju, whatever, is not working on born-again Christian because Jesus Christ lives in that person. That is what I want to say.
Okay, thank you. You can go down and then I will respond to you. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Now listen. That you are a born again. Okay, let me mute you.
Yeah.
And then so so that you are a born again Christian, that you are righteous does not mean you cannot be tempted or voodoo or juju cannot work on you. Did you hear me? That you are a born again Christian, that you are upright does not mean juju cannot work on you. Let me explain this to you. When they say, listen, when they say, no weapon fashioned against you shall prosper, what they said was, no weapon fashioned against you shall prosper. They did not say weapons will not be fashioned against you. Whether you are a sinner or not, weapons may be fashioned against you. Whether you are righteous or not. But the thing is, it depends on your faith, on your ability to, fight your battles. But whether you are a Christian or a pagan or a Muslim, whoever you are, when they send arrow, that arrow will go. See, this is just like a slingshot. This is just like a slingshot, like catapult or something. When you take an arrow, they call it bow. When you send, or some call it uta, when you stretch it and release it, it will go. Now it is left for the targeted person or object to dodge. Look for a way to, prevent it from harming the person. When they shoot at you, for instance now, or maybe a stone, when they throw a stone at you, if I pick a stone, if this is a stone, as far as I send this stone, I threw it, it will move. It is left for you to dodge it or make it ineffective. Look for a way, but whether I send it, it's going to go. This is how...
But I'm speaking about my experience. There was a Sudan person, I'm living in Europe, in Scandinavian country. One time a Sudan man, one time Senegal. They tried to do something and they told me, he is in you is greater than he is in the world. And I know what they have done, but it's not working because I'm born again, because Jesus Christ is living in me. That's what I'm saying. But I'm speaking from my experience.
Okay, that could be that could be your own experience. But what I'm saying is this. There is nobody alive who is exempted from facing challenges, seeing troubles in life. It has nothing to do with your religious beliefs. You get it?
So you mean that God is not protecting his people? It's not God created everyone? The devil or whatever it's called is not created by God? So God is powerful. What do you mean? God is not protecting his people?
See, it is not God that is protecting Where do you live? Let me tell you, where do you live?
In Norway.
Good. In Norway, who are the security officers? Is it God? I'm asking you. Answer me, please.
The security is human being, but if
Yes, excuse me. Please, let's. Who are the people?
Yeah.
Who are the securities in Norway?
That's humans. But
Good.
the Bible
Excuse
says
me.
that-
Excuse me. Let me come one after the other. When there is war, who protects a country?
God.
Yeah.
God protects
How?
country.
How? Did you see him?
You see, a human being, if
Excuse me, let us be realistic. When you speak, I speak. We cannot be speaking the same time. As war is going on in Gaza between Palestinian and Israel, did you see God in action there? Israel is protecting her borders. Palestinians are protecting their borders. God did not come into action there. See, the mistake we Africans are making is we believing that God will protect our cities. God is not coming to, you've got to protect your own city, build your own country. This is Europe. Europeans built this continent, built their countries. They provided security that everybody is enjoying. God did not do it. Excuse me, let me talk. Please let me talk. Where is God protecting and who? You've got to build your countries, protect your countries, put the necessary things in order, and you enjoy. When we talk about heaven, people are experiencing heaven here on earth.
God is protecting his people. Because you are preaching that.
Please, I want to end this discussion. I want to end this. I don't want to block you. I want to end this discussion, please. I want to continue to lecture people because this is interrupting me, please. Now, this is the problem we have in Africa. The problem we have in Africa is we depend on God for everything. Everything we call God. You get it now? Our destinies are in our hand. A lot of us live in Europe here. Here in Europe, this Europe we are living in.
Sorry, you were speaking about darkness, yeah? You were speaking about darkness.
Please, I said I want to address. Please.
And evil, wicked people.
Please, I said I'm done with you. I don't want to block you. I said I want to address my audience. You can listen or you can make a comment. Don't interrupt me no more. Because I'm looking for a way to drop you, but now I just want you to remain quiet so that I can address my...
I thought you finished, that's why I arrived and I asked politely, I have a question. I didn't come.
I want to continue.
Okay.
I want to continue to talk to my people, please. Now, that's it.
Can you help me? Can you help me to go out? Because I'm not so...
Let me look for a way to...
Expert. Thank you.
No problem.
God is great anyway. Darkness is not greater than light. And God is alive. Yeah,
I didn't say God is not great. So let me look for a way to...
Yeah, if the darkness is harming people, God is protecting people. That's it.
So, well, guys, the problem we have in Africa, is everything we call on God, we say God, 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 God. And the God you are calling in Africa did not make your country rich. If God develops country, Africa would have been one of the greatest. You've been praying and calling on God. Nothing is working in your country. That is why you left Africa to run to Europe, a well-organized state, a well-organized country. You left Africa, you prayed, God did not answer you in your country. You had to escape, to come to abroad, to see light. And you are still saying that it is God that is... Look, all the things you are seeing in Europe, we are man-made, man-built. They took time to develop their countries. God did not descend from anywhere to develop their countries. How do you tell me, who are the policemen and the soldiers in this country? Who are the people guiding the country? The police, human beings. When God, even if, I don't need to go there. This earth, this world we're living in, you've got to build your country. Make it your own heaven. And not calling on God, say, where is the God to protect your country? When there are wars, when war happens, what you as a citizen of a country, you go to defend your country. There is no angel or any God that is the stronger wins when it comes to battle. There is no God that will come from sky. Sky is not opening anywhere to come and fight anything for you. It depends, like America, very strong country, can defeat poorer countries. It depends, it all has to do with your military minds, how strong you are. Do you understand me? So, if you fail to provide security in your country and say God is going to provide security for you, you are making a mistake. If you fail to provide security, this is why many countries in Africa are, insecure. God, and then you go there, you are kidnapped. You go there, you are robbed. They commit crime, they go scot-free. Criminals go scot-free. Because you failed to do the right thing. You are relying on God. God, the sky cannot open. The sky cannot open for God to come and do for you what you can do for yourself. You understand me? So this issue of God, or this issue of, what's it called? This thing. You've got to build your cities, build your country yourself. And stop. You know the thing that, I don't say the thing that annoys me, no, it doesn't annoy me. I just want to, they will not understand. You know, a lot of people, because most of the people you see that are watching here are children. Most of the people that are watching here are still children. They are not experiencing life. All the things you see here on earth were made by humans. All these technologies, the houses you see, the aircrafts, the ship, the motor, all these technologies were built by humans. Not any humans made it. Did you see God come on? This is why Africa still remains underdeveloped. The Western world is working hard. I mean, what is ruling the world now is science and technology. Every day now, iPhone 16 has been rolled out. Which one are you? Manufacturing in Africa. Which one are you manufacturing? You are only calling God, while the rest of the world are serious. Manufacturing things, and you are consuming, you are buying, and you are calling God. Why hasn't the God you are calling help you to manufacture, to be able to manufacture? You are calling God and you are poor. You are hungry. If you stay in your country and call God, God should bless you in your country so that you don't need to go to a foreign land and be begging. Do you understand me? Why you ask yourself, why didn't God bless you in your country? That you had to escape from that country to come to abroad to be saying these things you are saying now. Do you understand me? God is not coming from anywhere to help you unless you help yourself. You've got to protect your countries. You've got to build your cities. You've got to provide the train you are using, the good transport system you are enjoying in abroad. They were all made by humans. They were all made by humans. Do you understand what I'm talking about? And this is what I never knew until I traveled and discovered that, listen, this is how, see, If you go to Africa, all African youths, they are inside the mosque, inside the church, praying. Europeans are in the laboratories, learning, improving in their technological know-how, doing their things, innovations. Africans are inside the churches and the mosque, praying to look at the condition of Africa today. Do you understand me? Look at the condition of Africa today. And still, some people, anybody that is living in the West, anybody that is living in abroad that is still backward, that person is blind. Look around you. If you are living in Europe here, especially in European Union, what do you see? How are they running Europe? The country you are living in. What are you seeing? Mercy, you can watch it on YouTube or Facebook. What are you seeing? What did God come to build these cities? Or human beings built it? The security you are enjoying, the electricity you are enjoying, the water, the gas you are enjoying, did God come and install it? Humans planned it and installed it for the betterment. Countries did it for the betterment of their citizens. Did you see anywhere, anybody? I live in Austria where they said God helped us to have running water, electricity. Did God invent electricity? Humans invented electricity. Even the money you are using, this currency, God did not create money. Humans created money. I don't understand. Humans created money. God did not create money. Humans came up with the idea of money exchange, buy and sell, not God. The train you are using, all these things you are enjoying, humans came about it. You got it? So if you say God do this is still that Africa will remain like that for the next 5 million years until you wake up. Well, guys, I wanted to end the broadcast. Let me see if I would not be bringing. Okay, Ikem made a request. Okay, Ikem, come up, speak, and Ugodike.
Can you hear me?
Yes, people are listening to you.
Yeah, what you are saying is 1,000,000% the truth, my brother. Let me give you instances, yeah?
Okay.
When you go to Peckham in London, 99.9% of the churches there are African-owned. They spend the whole day and night. Even people sleep in the church. But still, the behavior of Nigerians among themselves, you don't see that love. Even though they sleep in the church, you don't see the love. What you see is people sleeping with married men sleeping with married women. They're there duping each other. They're there, doing all sorts of evil among each other. And they still spend. Look, the white people, when they built Peckham, 100 years ago, it was much better than what it is now that they've allowed a lot of Africans to come and live in the area. Areas in England that is controlled by black people, you have majority of black people. It's full of churches.
Okay.
And you don't see no development. The Asians will come in, Uncle Roddy, and they invest in businesses. In fact, all the businesses in England, all the people that sell African food are Asians.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing that black people own in England is church.
The same thing is happening here now.
But you don't see progress. But when you talk about it, they say, oh, you're talking rubbish. They don't want to listen to you. I said, look, how about the South Koreans, the Chinese, Japanese? Are they Christians?
They are not.
But you see the amount of development they've made. Our people will give, everybody is a pastor. Everybody is a pastor. Everybody is a pastor. You are duping your own people. People that are doing all sorts of menial jobs. They give all their money to the church. The pastor will live in a nice area, have nice cars, and our people are waiting till they die to go to heaven.
And there is no heaven. There is no evidence there is no proof that heaven exists. There's no proof.
No. Heaven and hell is on earth here. Like you said, that in Europe, you see that way they build the railway, you see the way they build the roads, you see the way they invest in so many hospitals. You are sick, you think Africans think that, oh, don't worry, when they die, they go to heaven, then they will see good hospital there.
Wait a bit. Did you know that African people, even at this time, this age, when they get sick, they go to church to get. They are looking for deliverance in the church. This pastor, these people deceive them. They go to church or mosque. See, if you are sick, you go to hospital. The pastor, is he a medical doctor? Is he a surgeon? When you come to medicine, there are different types of, there are branches. We have orthopedic doctor. We have internist, people who take care of high blood pressure. There are different types of, we have neurologists. There are different types of doctors. These pastors, which medical school did they attend that you are going to them for healing? Can you not wake up? Can they do lung transplants? A heart transplant? When are you going to wake up? You say miracle. When I come back this evening, I'm going to educate you guys. Which miracle? Why are they not? Let me bring blind people, let them heal. Let me bring all the crippled people in Africa, let them go heal them. Let's see. There are so many crippled people, physically disabled people in Africa. Let me bring all of them, let them heal. It's a miracle. You see somebody sick, somebody will be sick. You see these pastors, they hide. Why don't you go heal the sick? Let's see.
Uncle Roddy, do you know that they also are bringing in native doctors from Nigeria to Europe, to England? Native doctors are there doing charm, doing juju, put it there, now doing the same thing that they do in Nigeria, where they poison people's food with witchcraft spells, and you have all these witch doctors. Don't come here because they want to make pounds. So what you see is that they are polluting the area. So people are getting angry when the white people are saying that they don't want to live near black people. But we have to be honest. Sometimes the way our people behave
Horrible.
makes them to hate us. Because you see people are you come to somebody's country, you start doing witchcraft, you're doing ritual, you are killing animals, and you are splitting the blood all over the whole place. The whole place become dark.
I heard they are doing it in United Kingdom, in London. I said they are bringing native doctors. Black people are doing it.
Yes.
I've seen it. It's horrible. Men, we are here to create and let them wake up. You understand me? All this, that's why I keep saying these two religions in Africa, this Christianity and Islam, has not helped Africa in any way. They did not help Africa in any way. Let's hear from Ugodike. Hello, we are listening to you.
I think you are very, very correct in what you're saying.
Please be loud because people are listening to you. Be loud, please.
Yes, I think you are very correct. Can you hear me now?
It's not so clear, but just speak. Let's see.
Yeah, I would say you're very correct in like 80% because I think the problem of Africa is we are mentally lazy. So many of us put all faith in church, all faith in religion, whereas the main problem is not to put our faith in religion, it's about we doing these things by ourselves. So I would say you're 80%, but the only place I don't agree is when you said Jesus Christ's power failed him. That's the only place I don't agree because I know everything created on this world was created by God himself. Even when God created man, he said, I give you dominion over principalities and power. Meaning, he has from that day given man the power to make whatever decision he wants because man named the whole animals in the Garden of Eden. So I think the mistake we are making is...
I'm not making any mistake. Please, I'm not making any mistake. Before I come out to speak, I'm sure there was a place in the Bible where Jesus Christ was not able to heal somebody in that town. He had to take the person out of that town to get the person healed. His power could not work there. He had to take the person out of that town to heal. I can make a video and give you the exact Bible verse. I think it was a blind person. He could not heal the person in that town. He had to take the person there. So before I come out, there are a lot of people watching me. I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but you're saying you think, which means you're not sure. That's the problem. If there is a certainty in what you're
I
saying,
said I am sure of what I'm saying. I didn't say I didn't think. Jesus wasn't able to heal somebody in a particular town, and he had to take the person to a different town.
can you enlighten us more on this particular topic?
Maybe because you joined, I've spoken about it before you joined us. You go and rewatch the program from the beginning.
Can you give me the verse, the truth?
I said you can rewatch the program from the beginning. There are a lot of people I cannot go back. You go rewatch the program. Thank you.
Okay.
So guys, when it comes to Africa, you know, we are so religious. We are so religious, but a lot of African people are not godly. You see, upon the prayers you've been praying in Africa, ask yourself, why hasn't that prayer been answered? You are saying you are calling on God, but you are in another man's country. Probably the country you are in, they are not Christians. The country you traveled to and you are making money, you have good life, they are not Christians or they are not Muslims. If you are a Muslim, there are Muslims living in Europe here, in a Christian continent. The Muslims, why didn't Allah answer you in your Muslim country? If you are a Christian, why didn't your Christian God answer you in your land? Why come to another person's land to make money? Why come to another person? You cannot think. Still, you don't want to wake up. Still, you don't want to wake up. That is why they keep ridiculing African people everywhere. Everywhere you go. Everywhere you go. And other people, go to China, go to Japan. China is not a Muslim country. It's not a Christian country. North Korea, South Korea, safe. How many North Koreans, even North Koreans, how many North Koreans have you seen outside? How many of them? You will come and say miracle. Which miracle? It is about time we wake up. Well, guys.
In Uncle Roddy, those people that are the pastors that are doing miracle, why can't they do it in front of the hospital where we're going to the hospital and raise people up, that people that are sick?
Good question.
Why is it that they do it in a church where they use, it's like they get people that work for them to come and pretend that they're doing miracle, and a lot of Africans still believe that somebody that can't walk, that can't see, even some people, they bring in a dead person into a church and they say they made the person to wake up, and a lot of Africans believe in it. In 2024, my brother.
Very
See
sad.
why they look down on black people.
They look down. That's why they look down on black people. See, here I live in Austria. There is not a Christian, not a Muslim. There is anybody that gets sick, you go to the hospital. There is not even the people that call themselves pastors. When they get sick, they go to hospitals here. Then how come an African man living in Africa, when he goes sick, he say he wants to go to hospital, he wants to go to church or mosque for healing? You see the mindset, or is it poverty mentality? Because the government was unable to provide good medical facility. I don't get it. In Europe here, anybody that gets sick, even if you don't get sick, if you don't take a sick person to hospital, you'll be penalized here. They ask you, why didn't you go to the hospital? That's why the ambulance is available for everybody. In Africa, you see some people who tell you they are graduates, who tell you they went to school. You see them go to church when they get sick. You go to church for do you have hospital equipment in the church that you're going to look at the mentality? Do you have hospital equipment? Can the doctors and can the pastors and his whatever, can they carry out operation on you?
Exactly. Uncle Roddy, I heard somebody talking about Garden of Eden. The Garden of Eden. This is only an illusion. Garden of Eden can be in Nigeria if we build it. There's nothing like you waking up in the morning and the Garden of Eden is there. Like you said, as I was listening to your broadcast, what you're saying about you have to build a place to be nice, to be heaven.
For you.
It can be done. Yes. You have to build a place to be good. You cannot wait for God from the sky to come and make your country look good.
You see, the people read the Bible, they say, and God called Abraham out of the land of Ur, of Chaldeans, to a land flowing with milk and honey. All of us living in abroad now are living in land flowing with milk and honey. This is the promised land we are living in. That call God gave to Abraham is what we are experiencing. He called us. We are now from that, we are from Ur of Chaldeans. Africa is Ur of Chaldeans, suffering. And God called us to the promised land, which is this Europe here. This is where, when you get sick, you go to hospital. The government is there to help you. We are experiencing heaven on earth here. You don't know it.
Yes. Do you know, let me say something before I let other people talk. Do you know now, if I'm hungry now, if I don't have food at home, I don't have money, I go to the nearest food bank and they will give me the food that I'll eat. I'll eat for today and tomorrow and even Monday. Free.
You see? Now, is this not heaven? What Ikem said now is the heaven we are talking about. When you go, it's free. Is that not the land that flows with milk and honey? Which other, are you still looking for heaven? When you're hungry, you go to somewhere, food bank, and they give you food to eat. Do you get it in Africa? You don't get it. That is why it is called heaven and hell. You experience it here on earth. You like to argue. This is the promised land. Let me see who is the people. If these old people here that, let me see the people, if the
Uncle Reddy.
I see you. People are listening to you.
Good evening. Good evening.
You are welcome.
Everybody.
Good day.
Yeah, just one thing I want to add to what you have said. Everything you said here is true.
Thank you.
I just want to say about our Nigerian pastors. You know, they have money. And when they are sick, they travel abroad. They go and take good medical care. Their followers will not know. They are taking good care of themselves. And they come home very strong and healthy. And they will be praying for their members, asking them not to go to this thing. Another thing is that all those people are poor. They can't afford the good medical care. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
They cannot. That's why they run to the pastor. I don't blame them. I don't blame them. God can heal them because God knows that they cannot afford those hospital medical care. So, but their pastors should tell them the truth, or make a means, either build a standard hospital for those church members. That's one thing
Can I come in now, please?
Yes.
You said God can heal them. You don't. You don't just. Make comments. I believe you are living in abroad.
I'm here with you. I'm living in Austin.
Okay, you know how it works here.
Yeah.
Okay, you live in here. You know how it works here. How, if you are sick, maybe you are someone that is suffering from a kidney disease or maybe liver disease or any kind of disease, what happens? You go to hospital. You don't stay at home. Or if you have cancer, and if it was detected on time, you get healed. You get quick. It will be easy to be treated. But if you keep waiting that God can heal you, unless that sickness or that disease is not serious.
No.
Another thing, let me come. What you've got to do when you are sick, you go to hospital or you eat the right diet. How is God will turn to hospital?
Uncle, this is the problem we have in Africa. We don't have all this education you are talking about. People don't know about this medical care, all this tech. They don't know about. They have never experienced it. If you and I didn't come here, we wouldn't know that things like this exist.
It's true. You are right. You are right.
Yeah.
You are right.
To check themselves, to check if everything is in order. Do you understand? Do we know about insurance before we come to abroad?
We don't know
We
it.
don't know.
No.
We don't know it. We don't know there is something like insurance that covers you. If you, do you understand?
Yeah.
It's not even covering only those that are working. Here, it covers everybody. As long as you are living here, it covers you. That is something we don't know. And that's what the thing our government are hiding from the people. They don't want the people to know. You know?
That is why we are here to create awareness. Sometimes you see some Africans join us. That's why we are opening their eyes. We are here to create awareness. A lot of people, even I cannot understand how somebody who is living in abroad, who knows how things works. You know, in Austria, you know the police is the ones holding the country. You know it. The police,
I want to give you an example. Do you know my pastor? He went to check himself, to do tests, to check about his heart, to know if his heart is functioning. He is having some symptoms, and he went to hospital, checked himself properly, did all the therapies he needs to do. While we are praying for him, for the doctors to find out that everything is fine, to get the right doctors, to get the right checkups. Do you understand?
Ugodike, please mute your telephone so that people is making noise so that we can hear this brother, please.
You know? Oh, sorry. This is the thing. The truth they are not telling us back home. Do you understand?
Yes.
And somebody will be sick. They will carry him to the hospital, to the church to die. Do you understand? Instead of to carry him to... I have, like, some of my siblings, they will have issues. The first place they will go is to the church. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
But instead of to go to test, I tell them, please, go and do proper test to find out exactly what is wrong with you, so that you know what medication to take. Not to run to this one. They will tell you somebody somewhere is against you or is doing something against, and you will believe it. And the person will die. Why? Because he didn't go and check himself. Oh my God.
That's it. So you see, if you live in Europe, you discover that most European people don't pray. They don't go to church. They don't. The most Europeans don't, because what are they praying for?
They pray the right way. They love. You see, I have seen in Europe that they love themselves. They love each other. This love they taught us in Bible. In Europe here you will see it.
I said it before. I've been saying it on this page. I said Europeans show love to. You see a brother now living in UK.
Here you will see that love. Here you will see that love, even by the government. The way they do their things.
The way they treat even everybody.
The way they treat everybody, you will know. You know, this foundation of that love is what they use to build this city. They build their nation with that love foundation. But in our place, forget it. The pastor will help you to die. Will help you to die instead of to tell you the truth.
Well, we are here to continue to create awareness. We continue to tell the people the truth. And that is why a lot of people from time, the ones that have smartphones, the ones that bought data can come join us and listen.
You know,
and a lot of them...
One thing I also want to say, I believe in miracle. And that miracle, I believe it. Well, listen, let me finish. I'm not countering what we are saying. The awareness you are creating, I love it. And I support it. Do you understand? Knowing the truth. Because even the Bible says it's the truth that will set us free. Do you understand? We have come to know the truth. The truth is not what they are doing over there, where we came from. That is not the truth. That is lie. Do you understand? We have come to know the truth, and it's only the truth that will set us free. You see the system here, how they make sure that everything is working. if we apply it also back home and make sure everything is working, people will be happy. There will be no kidnapping. There will be no all these things. The security will be in place. Everything, putting our resources where it needs to be. That's what people need. That's what they must need. But they don't care.
1 second. One of my sister from Sudan said, is this Antichrist group? My sister, it seems you are just coming across this page for the first time. If you stay on this page, your eyes will open and you will learn a lot of things about life. If you stay on this page, you know, one thing about some people is not looking at both sides of the coin. A lot of people, a lot of stories you read in religious books were written by men. Do you understand me? Most of the stories, I never knew it till I began to make researches. I began to listen to people.
See, even the Bible tells us that those stories is written for our learning. The Bible told us that it's written for us to learn. That is the truth about it. It's written for
Okay, now let me come. Let me come. You cannot judge a case just by listening to one particular person. Let's say two couples are fighting. The man came and told what happened. And you did not give the woman any chance to come and say what happened, her own side of the story. You cannot give a fair judgment because you did not hear from the woman. You cannot just stay and be saying Christianity or Islam or this, without looking at other places. Why do you think, like, if you go to India, they are Buddhist? If you go to Japan, India, they are Hindu. Japan, they are Buddhist or another religion. They are not Christian, they are not Muslims, but things are working for them. Japanese people, they have the strongest passports in the world. And they don't believe in miracle. They don't know what is miracle. They don't know Jesus. They don't know Muhammad. Japanese people don't believe in Jesus. They don't believe in Muhammad. And their life is going good. South Africa, China people are going. Why don't you look at the other side of the coin? And see, how can God say he has a chosen people? That means if God has a chosen people, that means he is partial. He's not upright. God cannot, if you tell me a God that has chosen people, then it's not upright. God, all of us are God's children if it comes to, how can God have preferred tribe, preferred race? Nobody should tell me that. Do you understand me? I'm not a child anymore. If you want us to discuss religion, if I make a break, I come back, everybody come with your Bible. I will teach you what you ought to know. Do you understand me? Even Jesus said he came for the Jews. Are you a Jewish man? He came for his people. He did not come. When St. Paul was writing his epistles, did he write to Nigerians? Did he write to Cameroonians? Did he write to Ghanaians? Did he write to Kenyans? You understand me? You are following other people's way of life, other people's beliefs, because they exported it. They brought it to you. Forced your ancestors to believe it, manipulated you to believe it. Today, you are basing your argument, your belief on it. You said, remember, today is Saturday, remember the Sabbath day. In my own tradition and culture, there is nothing like Sabbath day. So, they say you should keep a Sabbath day holy. Why should I keep a Sabbath day holy? Am I a Jewish man? In my own culture and tradition, we have 4 days of the week. We don't have Sabbath days. So I will go to heaven if I don't uphold another people's tradition. I will go to hell if I don't uphold another people's... Men, don't tell me that again. I'm not a child. Sabbath day. Another people's day. You know the day you... their Sabbath day, if I don't keep it holy. Do you know how we came about 7 days of the week? Did you know how we came about 7 days of the week? Monday, Tuesday. These are the names of the planets. The 7 planets. The people that even found it out, that invented these 7 days of the week, were idol worshippers. All this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is all the names of the planets. A lot of you don't know it. You say on Sunday. So you need, when you keep the Sabbath day holy, which is Saturday or December, you are idolizing the planet Saturn. That's the Saturday. Saturn planet. You don't know. Some people say, hey, Christian, if I begin to tell you how this religion came to be, you will even be shocked.
You know, just like what you're saying, why I said you're very right and correct. You are making so much point. And you know one tricky thing I realized that only angry when I came to Germany.
Your telephone is not loud. People are not hearing you, please. Your telephone is not loud. Well, guys.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, now.
Yeah, sorry, I'm a you know why I said you're very intelligent and you're making a lot of points is the fact still remains you're making a lot of points. And you see one annoying thing about this religion thing was invented to us by the same Europeans. I know now. And if you check this Bible on its own is being produced more by unbelievers, by China, so many countries now, Maro, that doesn't even know what the Bible is talking about. They are making money from this Bible. This Bible is just like an spiritual and mental enslavement. They preach peace, whereas there is no peace. They preach forgiveness, whereas they said in Europe, here, like in Germany, here where I am, there is ignorance is not an excuse. But in my Bible, when you make a mistake, you deserve to be forgiven. But here, they don't do that forgiveness thing. So the whole thing, I won't blame the people that are mentally lazy that always run to church, because...
My brother, please, can I ask you a question? Thank you for the, thank you for the, let me ask you a question. Okay, let's hold it there. You said in your Bible.
Yeah.
Bible written by who?
Written, that's the same thing. These same Europeans, which is you.
How about, please, let's make matured arguments. How about your people's history? The Bible, when you go to the Old Testament, you hear about the story of other people, the history, the genealogy of other people, other families. How about your ancestors' stories? Does it mean your ancestors did not do exploits? So you cannot give me a book of, this is the mistake we made, a book of the history of other people and tell me to be studying it as a subject in school. I was reading about the genealogy of Abraham, Moses, and the rest. What use? What am I going to do with the... I did not even... We see the brainwashing.
That's the problem we're having in Africa.
See the brainwashing. They don't want us to tell about read our history, the history of our ancestors. No, they don't want us to even know about our ancestors. Many people that are, telling you the Bible say, what the Bible say. How about what your ancestors' stories? You don't know it. Your ancestors' stories, you don't know. They will tell you your ancestors were evil. Now let me ask you, how did Christianity begin? Have you read about the Christian crusade? Have you read about the Islamic jihad? The crusade, I don't need to say everything, the Christian crusade, crusaders. The crusaders. You don't know. And you are saying, our ancestors, why should you follow another people's religion? Why don't they follow yours? So their own is when you follow their religion. See the brainwashing. It's when you follow foreign religion. That's when you go to heaven. But if you follow your own, their people's way of life. Your ancestors' way of doing things, you go to hell. This is what they told you. You need to be calling the name Peter, Paul, Stephen, all these names and the ones written in Quran that you don't even know the meaning. What is the meaning of Stephen? What is the meaning of James, John? Even the Muslim names, you are all this Abdullah. Do you know what it means in your native language? All the Islamic names you are bearing, do you know what it means? Are you as an African? Do you know what it means in your native language? If I tell you now what is the meaning of Stephen, do you know what it means? You don't know, but you bear it. You say it's here. This is it. You begin to, man, it's more bullshit. We are just brainwashed. If I come back later in the evening, we discuss religion. Let me open the eyes of a lot of people. If I come out in the evening, we discuss religion so that you wake up. That's what is, today is Saturday. I'm going to go live later. So guys, I want to thank everybody who joined us. I'll be coming back later in the night. Just be, this is why, see what they did. They scammed African people. They scammed us. Big time. A people that came and enslaved you, they came and colonized you, turned around and gave you religion. You embraced it. You carry on. Say you want to go to heaven. You are going to heaven with the religion. The religion that will make you go to heaven. But they are not teaching you science and technology. You don't know how to manufacture anything in Africa. You cannot manufacture anything in Africa. You don't know how to manufacture. This telephone we are using, there is no factory in Africa where they manufacture telephone. All what you are talking about is what was written in Quran and the Bible, story of 2,000 years ago. The Bible said, the Quran said, this is what Africans are doing. The Bible say and the Quran say. Yes, that the Bible say and the Quran say. What are you manufacturing in Africa? Nothing. They manufacture, they name the price you buy. Consumers. Consumers. This earth, the richness, the rich term, this earth, the richness in this world are in the hands of white people. White people and Arabs serve. And they deceive you. They tell you when you die physically, you go to heaven. You are hoping. You are hoping. That's when you die. Here on earth, you are suffering. Enslaving yourself. Africa, look at Africa that has every resources. Look at Africa. Africans are running away from the continent to go survive in a continent that don't have natural resources. You understand me? Every day you are thinking of heaven. Where is that heaven? Where is the hell? God spoke to. Which language did God speak to them? Which language did he use? In what language? If you tell me he spoke in Hebrew language, that means he's a Hebrew God. Did he speak in Igbo or Yoruba? Which language did God use to speak to the people? Why didn't he come to speak to me in my language? This is how we are brainwashed to believe that you need to, as Christians, you need to go pilgrimage in Israel, that is Holy Land. Muslims need to go to Mecca, that is Holy Land. And your fatherland, your land of your ancestors is not Holy Land. Another people's land is a Holy Land. Your own land is cursed land. African land mentality. And you are going to pilgrimage in Holy Land. Your own land, land of, you see, self-hate. Your own land is not a holy land. Another person's land, you carry your money, you go there. Go spend, you went to Holy Land. Your own is cursed land. Your own land is cursed land. Man, I will come back later in the evening. I'll come back in the evening. Well, guys, I've spoken my mind. Well, I'm gonna come back later again. So this program took so long. Well, I'll come back later and we continue. Can and Sugar, I'm coming back. Yes, I'm coming back, guys. So if you're seeing me for the first time, don't forget to follow this page. Nobody, at this stage, nobody can scam me. You cannot scam me with any religion. I rather show everybody love. No matter your race, your tribe, your anywhere, you are human first before anything. Do you understand me? Since I became an adult and I've come to Europe to realize a lot of things, I became non-religious. Yes, I don't have any religion. You got it. I don't have any religion. So, I am man, the message is not for the weak. It's not for fickle-minded, weak-minded fellows. So guys, see you later. I'm coming back. Let me relax a bit. Caseda, I see you. Caseda Leon. Caseda, are you the one living in Germany? The one that was on my TikTok before? Caseda, because I have a fan, Caseda, on TikTok too. Well, so guys, let's see later today. I'm definitely coming back. Okay, Caseda, good to see you once more. I've not seen you for a long time. Asika Zion, greetings to you. I've not seen you for a long time. Casida, I know it's you because I said Casida Leon. Okay, that must be my sister. Well, good to see you once more. So guys, I just said my mind. Okay, I'm coming back later. Few hours time, I just realized I come back and we get it. Ikejar, where have you been? I've not seen you for a long time. Ikejar, I've not seen you for a long time. Where have you been? Ikejar, I've not seen you for a while. Where have you been? I've been looking out for you. I wanted to write yourself, but good to see you here. So, well, guys. Okay, good job. Okay, thank you, Caseda. Guys, if you just joined us, you can rewatch this broadcast on YouTube or on Facebook. Take care. I'm coming back definitely this evening. So see you then.